Hi guys, welcome back to We Gon' Talk About It. It's your girl Kenyatta. Blessings to all. I'm so glad you guys are here with me another day on this platform. I hope you were blessed to wake up this morning. When you touched the floor, I hope you said, "Thank you, Jesus," because it's because of Him that you're awakened, that you woke up. And yeah, I probably made that word up, so don't come for me. You know I do that sometimes. Anyway, anywho, guys, today is the day. It's going down. I can't take it no more. And I got to get y'all opinion. My peoples, because I trust y'all. I need to know if I'm crazy, okay? I need to know these things. And I trust my peoples to tell me. Y'all remember, I said Stephon treated me and Mr. Andre to lunch on Saturday. It was so beautiful. I was having my good old cheeseburger and french fries. And you won't believe what happened. I saved it for today. Because I really wasn't going to bring it up. But okay, let me go back. I really wasn't going to bring it up because I don't want nobody to get offended. But they shouldn't get offended because I'm a mother. I have a kid. I understand how things are. We got to talk about this. Because something has to be done. Like I said, I was getting my cheeseburger all up in my gut, the french fries, and I looked across the booth across me, and I saw little Jimmie falling out, having a fit, telling his mother shut up, and she was doing this. 1, 2, Jimmie, you better stop. 3, 4, 5. Okay, first of all, I'm stopping right there because the lady had counted up to 5. And I thought once you get to 1, that was it. Like, why was Jimmie falling out? He had his crayons there. He had his coloring book. You know, they give them kids that when they go into a restaurant. And I just started thinking, I don't remember Puddin' ever doing that to me. I really don't. Puddin' never fell out. You know why? Because Puddin' was too busy eating his food. That's right. He a foodie like his mother. So he ain't have to fall out. If he fell out, it's because the food didn't come fast enough. That's what was the problem. But no, my baby never did that. Honey, I would have been pinching them fat legs under that table. So guys, our topic at hand today is how should we parent our children so that they are trained to not do these things in restaurants, in the mall, in public places, the movie theater? Do not get me started. Don't get me started with the movie theater. I told you I live for dates with Puddin' in the movie theater, right? We went to go see that Mufasa, whatever, that Lion King. We love that stuff. And I know we look crazy in there because we was grown, but we wanted to see it. And do you know, there was like a bunch of little Jimmies in there? Oh my gosh. I couldn't even enjoy the movie. After we paid $15-something. I was very upset, guys. So, let me get back to Jimmie because you know your girl gets sidetracked. So, after mommy counts to 5, Jimmie's still doing the same thing he was doing that made her originally start counting. She just kept counting. Like, I don't even know what number she got up to, but it was irrelevant at that point because Jimmie was not listening to her. Don't you think she should have pinched him under the table or, dragged him into the bathroom, give him a good whooping? Sometimes you got to take him back to the car. You can get him in the car because sometimes people get nosy when you chastise your kids. Take them to the car. But do you think that maybe little Jimmie's mother should have got up and left or took him out or something? I'm really like, I don't know how to be with this question. You know why? Because I understand how it feels to have a child and you don't have somebody to watch them, but you want to go out. You and your husband want to go out, you know, but your children are little, so you have to take them with you. I understand that. But then I'm biased too, because I'm like, well, what about when your kids are acting up and ruin a good time for other people? That's not fair neither. I can't tell people beat their kids if they don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But we need to find an alternative, because I mean, some kids are really out of control, and everybody has spent their hard-earned money to be there. Like, why should I have to get sick on my stomach because little Jimmie is not listening to his mother? It was making me sick on my stomach, because all I kept saying and was making my face like, oh, I just wanted to get little Jimmie. I wanted to take him in the bathroom and give him a good old whooping. That's what he needed. But you can't tell people how to raise their kids. I understand that. But I know she knew that I was looking at her like she was crazy, because I was. I was just chewing my food and looking at her, kept looking over there because I couldn't take it. Because she went over 3. I thought they stopped at 3. She had got to number 5, and Jimmie was still all crouched down in the seat doing this, hands going all over. You should have saw him. Y'all would have been sick to y'all stomach too. I wouldn't have fed him. And I'm telling you, he was just, okay, wait a minute. I got to put this out there too. She had a little girl too. But guess what? That little girl wasn't acting up. She was just her coloring book. And little Jimmie looked like he was older than her. And she was sitting still and so good and waiting for their food to come. Jimmie's mother's over there counting and telling him, if you don't sit down, Jimmie, I'm going to keep counting. Jimmie doesn't care if you keep counting. You already got to number 5 and 6. He does not care. He knows that you're not going to do anything to him. See, there need to be consequences for actions. Children know these things. Don't think they stupid. They know who they could do that with. Because while I was over there eyeballing him, while he was crouched out in that seat, you should have saw how he was looking at me. He was trying to look away, honey. My eyes could have beat him. That's the thing. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. And I kept saying, I feel so bad for her too on the other side, because like I said, I know how it is when your kids are small. You want to go out, but you have to drag them with you. This is why I say people, like, parenting is not like it used to be. You remember back in the days when they used to say it take a village to raise a child? Or what my Uncle Harry used to say, spare the rod, spoil the child. We don't do that in my family, honey. I have never seen none of my family do the countdown. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never heard the countdown done in my family. Seriously. We got whoopings. And I believe all my aunts believed in whooping us. Our aunts would whoop us. Your mama would whoop you. Nana would whoop you too. Granny poked me with a fork. Okay? Yes. I said it. Granny, Nana's mother, poked me with a fork. You know why? Because I was so used to going in Nana's house and opening up her pots. Because I was greedy. I wanted to eat, and Nana always fed us. So when Granny came to visit one year, she was cooking the food in the kitchen, and I thought I could do the same thing, like go in the pots. Child, I picked that pot up, and Granny took that fork and poked me with it. And she said, Kenyatta, you better get out those pots. Child, I ran. I was scared of her. I ran. Okay? Listen here. I don't know nothing about this countdown. Do you? I don't know anything about punishment neither. My mother ain't never put me on punishment. I don't think it works. Do y'all think punishment works? Is punishment a good parenting skill? What about when you take things away from your children? Is that a good parenting skill? Like if you threaten them to take their Xbox or the TV out their room. A lot of people do that too nowadays. Me personally, I just like the fact that I like to give the old-fashioned whooping. I do. I used to like sometime pension pudding, because sometime he would get out of his skin too, but he ain't do that stuff like little Jimmie was doing. Now I ain't say that now, don't get crazy. But I used to have to pinch him every once in a while, like when he wouldn't stay out the refrigerator. He was a greedy little kid. Sometimes he would eat till he made himself sick, so I used to have to pinch him sometimes just to keep him out the fridge. And it's just what I had to do. It didn't mean I didn't love him. I just didn't want him to be obese. Then he was already fat. What could I do? Guys, tell me how you parent your children. How do you keep your children from acting up in public places? How do you keep them from mopping the floor with their body? How do you do that? You know what you're going to do. You're going to drop comments and tell me. And do you think I'm wrong for thinking maybe, no, seriously, this is what I really think. All joking aside, guys. Like I said, I felt sorry for her because I could understand it was a Saturday. She wanted to go out. I understand that. You got to take your kids with you. I understand that. But I just think maybe this. If you're going to do the 1, 2, 3, maybe when you get to 3, if Jimmie don't stop, maybe all of y'all got to leave. Because it's not fair to the other people that's there neither. I really don't think it's fair to the other people. I mean, I know she wanted to eat out, but Jimmie wouldn't let her. And if you can't control Jimmie, I mean, yes, the other little girl have to suffer until you can get little Jimmie under control. Because he was out of control, guys. I'm telling you. When I tell you he was crouched down in that seat, nearly mopping the floor with them clean clothes his mother had washed for him, girl. Whew. She should have rolled up that old coloring book and just hit him in the head with it because he needed to stop. Little Jimmie needed to stop. So, guys, what do you think? Should she have left? I think she should have left. I'm sorry. They got to leave then, especially if you don't believe in the spanking. Like, the numbers wasn't affecting Jimmie is what I'm saying. So like her method wasn't working. She needs to try something else. I don't know what she needs to try. I don't like to tell people what to do. But if I was her friend, Kenyatta was her friend, and she asked me, Kenyatta, what do you do with Pudding when he be, mopping the floor with his clothes? First of all, I tell her, listen here, girl. Listen, Sophia, Stephanie. Pudding wouldn't be doing that. He don't know how to act like that. No. Pudding would not do that, honey. And if Pudding did, you know what Pudding would get? Girl, I'd be so glad to pinch him under that table. I'd pinch him under that table. And then if that didn't work, I'd drag him to the bathroom. And if the bathroom didn't work, like literally, if I got him in the bathroom and that did not work, we going home. Because I need to beat you at home. I need to really give you a good whooping so that you will not do this no more. That's what I would have told her. But I'm not her friend, so I can't tell her that. And guys, do you know this? Listen to me. I have basically babysat all my nephews and nieces, and this is no fib. I tell you, no fib. I cannot ever remember hitting any of them. I'm dead serious. I did not have to spank Justin. I didn't have to spank Jaheem. I didn't have to spank Shanice. Well, let me get back to Jaheem. He was a little wild one. He just so cute. I wouldn't spank him. But I would sometimes have to, give him the threatening look. And usually that would make him stop. He was just hyper. He was a different kid. Okay, my nephew Jaheem is different from the rest of the kids, okay? All my other nieces and nephews, they sit down. This one didn't. He was wild. He was a wild child. He just was always wild. But he knew when he got that look out of me, he better stop what he doing and get some act right. Because I would have spanked him. I ain't say I wouldn't spank him now. I said I didn't have to. There's a difference. And Justin was the sweetest little baby. I'm going to tell y'all a story. Yes, Justin, your auntie's talking about you. Because y'all, if you don't know this, Justin was my first baby, okay? Before Pudding came along, all I could love was Justin. He was the cutest little thing. He was fat too, but not like Pudding, but he had some rolls. Listen here now. Sharon had got him this little, the little walkers you put them in. I tell you no fib. When we would put Justin in that thing, he would go crazy. I used to call it the trouble mobile. Because every time he would get in that thing, he would flip over in it. And we didn't care that he hit his head every time. It didn't matter. We knew he was going to be all right. Babies hit their head. That don't mean that they're going to be silly. The boy is perfectly fine. He done rolled that thing over about 100 times on the floor. And then I had them good old concrete floors. And his head was just fine. Okay? But Justin was my baby. Okay? I never had to spank him. I don't even think my sister and my brother-in-law spanked him. I'm dead serious. That boy was good. You put Justin on some cartoons, he'd be glued. You didn't even have to feed Justin because he didn't like to chew. He didn't like food, So we didn't have to feed him that much. You could just give him an Ensure and he would drink it. And that would be his dinner, his breakfast, lunch, whatever. That's what we did. No, that's not treating the kids bad. We gave him what we knew he would eat. The boy liked it Ensure, okay? And sometimes when the kids have a problem eating and they don't like to eat, you got to give them what they can eat, okay? And he loved Ensure. Anywho, your girls get sidetracked. That's not what this is about. This is about y'all dropping a comment telling me would you have left the restaurant? Would you stay there and make everybody suffer? Do your kids act like that in the movie theater and in public places, in the restaurants? Do you chastise them while you're there, or do you get up and take them home and chastise them? What are you doing? Is your parenting method working? Share with me. I want to hear it. Because right about now, I'm about to boycott y'all kids from the restaurants, the movie theaters, everything, because I'm sick of them Jimmies. Sick of them. Ain't nobody got money to waste. You think my son got $94 to waste because I can't enjoy my food? Because little Jimmie crouched over in the seat and I want to get him myself because his mother ain't doing it right? No, that's not fair. So what should we do? What should we do? Do we ban the kids from these places? What do these parents have to do to make little Jimmie stop? The counting is not working. It's not. He didn't understand that at all. He did not understand. But I do believe if she took him in the bathroom or just pinched him just one time under the table, I believe that would have helped. I really do. Ugh. God help me. I'm so sorry for saying that. But God, you know how this is how I feel. Guys, what sense is it for me to fib and God knows my true thoughts? I now just speak it. It's not like I'm talking to strangers. I'm talking to my peoples. My peoples is not going to judge me. You know why? Because they believe in the good old spanking. They believe. Don't you come for me, nobody that ain't my family. I didn't say you have to spank your kids. I said, what kind of parenting methods are you using? Would you leave the restaurant? I didn't tell you to spank your kids. I said, if you was my friend, I would have told you that. You ain't my friend. You ain't got to listen to me. Lord have mercy. And then you guys want to hear this? This is really going to throw... Sit down. Sit down, okay? I hope you're sitting down for this. Because you won't believe what Stephanie or Sophia did after this. What she did. After little Jimmie was all over the floor and under the table, the food finally came. And she got him finally. She must have counted to 100 in her head. But little Jimmie finally got up and sat down. And I said, oh my gosh, he's going to be good now. Guys, I tell you no fib. Do you know little Jimmie threw the french fry at his sister? He threw it. Guys, he threw the French fry at his sister. Like you know how they have them finger foods for the kids, like them little chicken tenders, and you get some French fry. Child, I don't know if the little girl did anything to them, but I was watching them for a long time. That little girl was just coloring her book, and I guess he wanted her to act up too. So he took his French fry and threw it at her. And you know what Stephanie or Sophia said? She said, "Little Jimmie, if you don't stop, you're not gonna get dessert." Little Jimmie did not deserve, he didn't deserve dessert. Why would she say that? And I think she bought him dessert. He winds up eating the food, but I mean, she bought him dessert after he was acting up. So that's another thing. When your children act up, or if you have grown kids like me, when they used to act up, did you condone bad behavior? Like, did you shower them with, gifts and stuff? Like, would you buy them a toy if they had acted up like that? Girl, I just don't know. That's why I can't be in this world today, having no new kids, because new kids don't know how to act. They cause the police on you and everything. No, see, you gotta chastise your kids accordingly, I believe. If you can't chastise them and you don't want to each his own. I say that. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. So when Pudding was small, I used to teach Pudding how to do everything for himself, because your girl is lazy. Junior used to baby him, walk him just keep walking him down the hallway back and forth. I ain't got time for that. I used to teach Pudding how to do everything. So at 1 year old, I think Pudding, he was either 1 or 2. I had taught him how to make a sandwich. And he never said sandwich. He said, "Mama, I want a sandwich." And he used to call me Mama. So I used to buy that Oscar Mayer bologna that comes in the pack. It don't get cut at the deli. It comes in the pack. And it don't have the red thing around it, not the Oscar Mayer. It just have the bologna in the pack, and you pull it up and put it on the bread. Stephon knew how to make him a sandwich. At 1, 2 years old, he used to get the spoon, put his mayonnaise and mustard, and then he would put the bologna on the bread. Child, his mama fell asleep, and I guess he wanted him a sandwich. When I got up off the bed, Pudding had the whole pack of bologna on 2 pieces of bread. You know how, like, when you have to pull out the bologna, sometimes they get stuck together? Oh, yeah. They were stuck together. I tell you, no fib, Pudding had about almost the whole pack of bologna on 2 pieces of bread. And he was eating it. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to pinch him for that, because it wasn't like he was wasting the bologna. The boy was eating it. But this teach kids a valuable lesson sometime. How Pudding learn not to ever do that again, and make his own sandwich and not take the pieces of bologna apart? He got sick that night. Yeah, I said it. His stomach was bothering him. He had diarrhea and everything. Now, I know I had to keep cleaning them, but do you want to hear something? Pudding never ate bologna after that. Sometime the good God will teach them a lesson, okay? But little Jimmie, I don't even think God could have helped him at this point. We got to figure out what to do with these Jimmies. We have to help people parent sometime. Like, no, I'm not talking about strangers now. I'm talking about the people we know, our family members. If they doing 1, 2, 3, you need to tell them, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Little Jimmie, get over here. Show her the face. Show her the face that she need to be doing. Guys, I couldn't take it. So you're going to have to help me on this one. Drop a comment. I want y'all to do that. So I want to tell y'all something really quick. We are over 1,000 views. We are doing good, family. I love you guys. You keep up the good work. Subscribers, I believe I have 38. We need more subscribers. Remember I said I want all the subscribers, okay? So, keep up the good work, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe like I know you will. Watch my video tonight so that you can drop a comment. And if you didn't do it already, go hug, kiss, tell somebody you love them. Go call somebody, okay? And tell them that you love them. Life is too short. And once they're gone, you can't tell them those things anymore. So, God is good. Every day, all day. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out. It's real on this side. You know that already. Your girl keeps it real. Bye-bye.